I want to break something down that I really didn't get the chance to talk about on the show yesterday, though, which is that this vengeance tour, and that's exactly what it is. It's a vengeance tour that you're seeing from Donald Trump the second time around. The hilarious part of this, and I don't believe in karma, but if there's ever been something that closely resembles it, it's this right here. The hilarious part of this is, had they not cheated him in 2020, and the definition of cheating can vary. Every one of them is a viable theory, though. Cheating could be collusion between tech and media companies, which absolutely happened, or it could be stuffing ballot boxes, which may or may not have happened, right? But had they not cheated him in 2020, and he would have won the election fair and square, what would the next 4 years have looked like? Well, you would have had 2 years that were centered around recovering from COVID. And then you would have had 2 more years that were him focused on making modest policy gains that would maybe leave his legacy a little bit less controversial than it initially looked like it was going to be. But they didn't do that. They didn't do that. So you hurt this guy, you turned him into a wounded animal, but what you didn't realize was that wounded animal went into the gym and healed up and got stronger. And not only did it get stronger, more importantly, he learned what he did wrong the last time. Yeah, he was able to get angry and get fighting mad. I mean, having, prosecution after prosecution after prosecution, all for political purposes, will do that to you. But he also had the opportunity to take a step back and think about, what did I do wrong in the campaign? And what did I do wrong when I got into office? And reevaluate. Very rarely do you see that from a political candidate, and they happen to do it to the most spiteful political candidate in modern history. And had they not fucked him over, all of this collapse that you're watching from within probably didn't happen. Because you guys have heard, I'm the type of guy, I voted for Donald Trump, I'll admit that. And I will applaud him when he does well, and I'll criticize him when he doesn't do well. Some of the things I was skeptical of with Donald Trump was his, claims that he wanted to drain the swamp back in 2016, and then how he basically drowned in the swamp for the next 4 years after he took office. And the swamp is the ones, Republicans and Democrats, the swamp are the ones who fucked him over in 2020. So had they not done that, they would have basically, he would have been a minor excursion, right? He would have been a minor bump in the road. But had they not done that, they would have been able to exist without any type of major interruption after he left office in 2024. But now they get to face the consequences. Now he's got someone auditing the entire federal government, flipping it upside down and gutting it. He's got Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who is presumably going to take over the Department of Health and crack the whole thing open and expose it to everybody the way Elon's been doing with all of the spending. They're going after the intelligence agencies. They're going after the IRS. They're going after the Department of Education. All these corrupt USAID, like we covered extensively yesterday, all these corrupt bureaucracies that for the longest time have gone rogue, and they're full of unelected bureaucrats who answer to absolutely nobody. For the first time in probably the history of all these groups, they're actually having to answer to we the people. And had they not screwed Trump over in 2020, this doesn't happen. He probably leaves them be. But I don't think I genuinely don't think they saw any chance at him coming back from the dead. I mean, it's like Jason Voorhees. They shoot him 30 times and then bury him 20 feet deep underground and the hand sticks out at the end of the movie. It's the same thing. They did not foresee that hand sticking out of the grave at the end of the movie right before the credits. And now they're paying the price. Now they decided to come back to Camp Crystal Lake, and there's some reckoning going on right now on Capitol Hill. Good. And they're so upset about this. They're so upset about this because they're the ones who are getting exposed. Here's what I would do. I would take notes of the people who are making the most noise about this, Republican or Democrat. And I put them on the short list as to who I look into next, because it's what skeletons do you have in your closet to where you're this worried? Thou doth protest too much.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you could actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese Spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.